What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I have a back-to-back review of Nike Dunk Lows, and here I have the Nike Dunk Lows in the black-white colorway. Some people refer to these as the Pandas or maybe even the Orcas, but I'm just going to stick with black-white because that is the official colorway of the sneaker. So in my previous video, I explained how I was able to cop a pair online. But to keep a long story short, what happened was that the servers basically blew up on release day, and people who ordered their shoes like immediately after the release got their orders canceled because of a glitch in the system. And so the pairs started to restock size by size online, even like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours after the release. And that's when I was able to cop this pair as well as the medium gray varsity red pair. So I feel really, really blessed to have copped both pairs for retail. And I feel sorry for those people who got their orders canceled, but I think Nike is trying to, compensate for their canceled orders in one way or another. So yeah, let's just dive right into the shoe. As the colorway of the shoe suggests, this is basically predominantly a black and white shoe. It's really simple and clean. And on the mid panel here, you can see this crisp white pebble leather used here. And then that white leather is accented by this black leather swoosh, which is also, like pebble leather. And the side panels are black here as well. And so you can see a very nice contrast with the mid panel that we just looked at. And moving to the front of the area, front area of the shoe, you can see this black pebble leather toe cap here. And then you see more of that crisp white leather for the toe box with these perforated holes. Moving towards the upper of the shoe, you can see these, once again, these kind of like really shiny black laces factory laced onto the shoe. And underneath the laces, you can see the very white nylon tongue that we typically see on Nike Dunk models. And then the eye stay is also constructed using this black pebble leather. And then on the tip of the tongue, you see this Nike tongue tab done in black fabric. I guess it's nylon. And then you see the Nike logo text embroidered onto the tab in white. So once again, it's a very, very simple colorway. It's very fresh, very clean, but I think it still really pops and really stands out as a shoe. On the inside of the shoe, you see the black nylon sock liners here. It's quite well padded and smooth. And then the insole of the shoe is basically that white with the Nike logo printed in black. I'm not sure if this, okay, it's really not focusing, but yeah, you get the point. And on the back of the shoe, you see more of that black pebble leather used for the heel counter here. And then you see some of that like white leather here. And then the heel tab is basically, once again, that black pebble leather with the Nike logo text embroidered in this almost like silver threads, I think. And I think I talked about this in my previous video, but the overall QC on this pair is surprisingly nice. I mean, the Nike Dunk Lows are pretty cheap models in terms of Nike shoes, but you naturally like expect the QC to be like terrible on these shoes. But I don't know, it might just be me, but I think I got pretty lucky with my pairs because the QC on the other, the red pair, was pretty nice as well. So I was quite surprised that my pairs didn't really have any like extra threads sticking out or any like obnoxious like glue marks all over the shoe. So yeah. The other side of the shoe is basically the same deal. It's just that white mid panel here with the black swoosh. And then the midsole is once again that really crisp white rubber midsole that we typically see on Nike Dunk Low models. And the outsole of the shoe is done in this pitch black rubber with the typical traction pad that we see on Dunk models. and then the other side of the shoe is just basically the same thing. Now, I did do like a short comparison video with the medium gray pair and the Syracuse Dunks, but for those of you who missed my previous video, I really suggest you guys to check that out, by the way. But I just brought out the Syracuse Dunks once again just to show you some key differences that I've noticed on both pairs. Now, I've talked about this in my previous video, so I'm just going to keep it short. So basically, you can see the orange swoosh here is really nicely padded, and basically the leather quality is a lot more plush and smooth compared to what we see here. See, the Nike swoosh is really flat, and the side panel leather is really flat compared to these, where it's really quite like well cushioned and padded, and then it's got a lot of give. And then the same happens here, where on the Syracuse pair, the toe box leather and the front area of the shoe is really plush and smooth to the touch. You get a little bit more, a stiffer type of leather used here. As you can see, there's really no give on the shoe here, but still, I'm not really complaining. These are, at the end of the day, these are pretty cheap Dunks, so I'm not too disappointed. Anyways, and once again, the laces here are quite shiny, but on the Syracuse pair, you get more of like a matte orange type of lace here. I'm not really sure which one's, more OG, but one thing I know for sure is that Nike does pay a little bit more attention to detail and quality in terms of their SP pairs in comparison to their GR releases. But I'm not complaining, because a lot of pairs are going around, and I think a lot of people are copying multiple pairs in different colorways. So yeah, the Dunk hype is crazy, and I think it's really at its peak right now. But Nike is, I appreciate Nike for trying to do more releases, make more pairs available for a wider audience. So yeah, wearability wise, this is probably like one of the easiest shoes to pull off, because it's basically a black and white shoe. I mean, if you can't pull off a black and white shoe, man, you got some issues. So wearability wise, it really shouldn't be a problem at all, and you can just trash these on a daily basis. Sizing wise, I always say this in my videos, but I go true to size for all of my shoes, and especially the Dunk lows aren't like too tight in the front area, so I really recommend you guys just go true to size, unless you have like really, really wide feet. Then you might consider maybe going half a size up. Once again, if these were SB Dunks, I would recommend you go like half a size up, but Dunk lows are just, there's basically no problem. And somebody asked me in the comments in my previous video, like, about the comfort level of Dunks. So to be fair, these don't have like air units in the midsole compared to your traditional like AJ1 or like the Air Force Ones. So yes, these are going to feel a little bit more stiff compared to your AF1s or your AJ1s, but that doesn't mean that these are like uncomfortable shoes. I mean, I wear the Syracuse pairs quite often. I do wear like my Biotech pairs quite often, and they're really not that uncomfortable. They are pretty comfortable, and they can just be worn on a daily basis, and it won't be a problem. And I do want to bring up the resale price, because I did mention in my previous video that the medium gray and varsity red pair isn't going for too much. It's basically like twice its retail value, but to begin with, it has a very low retail value. But these are going for a little bit higher. So I don't know. I wouldn't buy these for resale just because they're going for like over $300. I think there are a lot of more options to choose from if you're entering like the $300 mark. But if you must own a pair of Dunks, and if you must own a simple and clean colorway that you can wear on a daily basis, maybe it's a good time to pull that trigger and just like drop $300, $350 on this pair. But don't expect the quality to be up to par, like for like a $300 shoe. But I once again, I'm not complaining about the QC on this pair. It's just that you got to be ready to pay that kind of money for a pretty general release. And yeah, and I think that's basically my tip on the resale value. So anyways, that's it for today. Once again, I really feel lucky and blessed to have copped two pairs of dunks on the same day for retail in my size. So yeah, I feel really lucky, and once again, I feel sorry for those people who got their orders canceled, but let's hope you guys can take, you know, W's on future releases. So anyways, if you found this video interesting or exciting, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps my video, our channel grow, and I'll keep pushing more content really soon. Thanks for watching.